Well, hello and welcome to Cooking with Jerry Estrada. It's November, it's that time of Thanksgiving, so I'm going to show you how I do special cookies from our pumpkin carving. So if you see over here, this is the pumpkin from our Halloween carving. I don't throw it out, I recycle it, I cook it. Once I cook it, I peel it, and I'm going to show you now how I do my pumpkin drop cookies. Okay, well, here are the ingredients that we're going to be using. And don't worry, there are quite a few ingredients, but I'm going to write them down in my description in my video, so you'll be able to refer to them later. But first of all, you're going to need 2 cups of all-purpose flour. And this is a little bit over a cup of the cooked pumpkin I was talking about. This is a packed 1 cup of brown sugar, a cup of raisins. This is about 3/4 cup of chopped walnuts. Here is a teaspoon of baking powder and ground cinnamon. Here is half a teaspoon of baking soda and nutmeg. I got 1 egg and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this up, and I'm going to show you how we start this off today. Okay, now for this, you're going to need 2 mixing bowls. I'm going to call it the dry ingredients bowl and the wet ingredients bowl. And first, for the dry, I'm going to go ahead and add the 2 cups of flour. I'm going to add the cinnamon and the baking soda and the nutmeg and the baking powder, and we're going to mix. Okay, now for the wet bowl, we're going to go ahead and add the butter, and then we're going to add the packed brown sugar. And we're going to add the pumpkin, which is the star of the movie. And we're going to add the egg. And we're going to add the vanilla. And now we're going to go ahead and mix this up too. Okay, so now I mixed up the wet ingredients together. Now I'm going to add the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients, and as I keep on mixing it, once that's all mixed in together, I go ahead then and keep on stirring it. And while I'm doing this, now I'll add the raisins, and I'll add the chopped walnuts. And now I'll keep on stirring this together, and then I'll start getting the cookie sheet all greased up and ready for the oven. Okay, so look, this is the consistency you want to have. You mix it for about good 4 or 5 minutes until it's well mixed. There's no white in it. And this is what I want to have. Now I have a greased cookie sheet here. I use about a tablespoon of measurement. And I round it off, and I just go ahead and lay it in the tray. And I try to give it about 2 inches of space between each cookie. And then I get it ready for the oven. Okay, so remember, we're going to bake. We're going to preheat the oven at 375, and we're going to bake these cookies for about 8 to 10 minutes, depending on your oven, and just keep an eye on them. That's a good average time. See how they come out. Okay, well, I just baked them and they're ready. Now, a little advice is that if you're going to use a little less than the big tablespoon like I was using, you can cook them for about 10 minutes. But mine, I used a little bit more batter, so I cooked it for about 12 minutes. So the more batter you have, you might want to cook it for a little longer. And here it goes. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a quick taste. Let's see how these go. Perfect with milk. So look how nice they look. They're nice and fluffy, real nice and fresh. So one last tip about this is, once I cook the pumpkin, I just cook it with the skin. It's easier to peel, and then mash it and make the batter. And if you liked it, please go ahead and share with everybody else. Thank you so much for sharing again with me and Cooking with Jerry Estrada. And happy Thanksgiving, buen provecho, and be grateful for everything that we have. So see you next time. Thank you.